Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we resolved, no, actually we didn't resolve any fights in the last episode, but we saw Sarah off to the station. It's been like 2 or 3 days since I last played, so I don't exactly remember, but what we did go through was we stayed the night at the Weathercock Inn. We learned a little bit about Rean Schwarzer's background. He used to be a pupil of K5's, but apparently due to like not progressing enough, he got kicked out of school or something like it, and or he turned away from it, and now he's trying to find himself by going to this military university that is Thors Academy. And we are on a good way there. Let's see where this story leads us. Laura wasn't particularly happy with how we treated our sword fighting lifestyle, basically. But well, we've kind of fixed the situation, and now we are in town, and there's something going on in the market. 2 stalls were robbed, and we are not directly tasked with resolving that issue, but indirectly we're tasked with resolving that issue, is the thing. But first of all, we are going to talk to everyone, and you know, that takes priority. Why can I go into these random areas? I can't sleep here, but I can look at it. I mean, I would be uncomfortable if someone just went into my room, but I guess these are not manned, so to speak. No one's living here. I would so take all these bottles. Doesn't matter what liquid is inside. Take them. You can throw them at enemies. Have some ranged weaponry. Merchant Maurice. Fresh eggs and bacon, spread some butter on the rye bread, and it's perfect. Oh, silly me, I can't spend too long here since it's finally time to conduct business with Squaro. I guess I'll stick to just 1 glass of beer then. Today's finally the day for my trade with Squaro. Plenty of rye was harvested this year though, so it should be a simple matter. Gosh, did something happen at the Grand Market? That ain't good. I had business to do there. Guess I gotta wait for it now and see what happens. Lots of weird stuff happening at the Grand Market these days. Guess I gotta wait here till the market opens up. Try not to worry about what happened at the Grand Market. This kind of stuff is happening often recently, so we're used to it by now. You've got your field study to focus on, right? Don't let other stuff distract you from that. Worry about your field study. Oh no, I still haven't finished preparing yet. We're probably going to have more customers than usual today too, so I need to hurry. Oh no, I still haven't finished yet. I need to hurry. The key to being a successful merchant is knowing something's exact value. So how you price your goods is important then. Oh no, that's not it. Listen well now. There's plenty of different women in this world, however all of these lovely ladies are unique. You cannot compare them. Each and every one is worth dating. By understanding the true value of each girl, you will come to realize why. That's not what I wanted to hear. How in the world is this related to conducting business in the first place? I can't believe this. I stayed up the whole night listening to him, but I didn't learn a thing about the key to becoming a successful merchant. I can't believe this. Trust me, this is important. Knowing a woman's value allows you to appeal to them with your sales. He's making that up, I know it. You're probably right. He is making that up, most likely. Seems like something's happening at the Grand Market. Let's go check it out before we get started on our tasks. Oh, you guys. Seems like something's happening at the Grand Market. Let's go check it out. Shut up, bunny ears. It seems like something's burr. Seems like thing's burr. Unbelievable! I came to buy some milk for breakfast and the market is closed. Oh, why do I have the worst luck? Nothing ever goes right for me. I'm sick of it. Oh, baby, all these people means I've got a chance to sell big. Come on, people. I've got some news for you all right here. Grab the latest issue of the Imperial Chronicle while you can. Don't expect it to have anything about the Grand Market, though. That's, quite the sales pitch. Come on, people. I've got some news for you all right here. Grab the latest issue of the Imperial Chronicle while you can. Don't expect it to have anything about the Grand Market, though. It's the... come on. When are you giving out another issue? Probably have to wait a chapter for that one. Who are you? Oh, right, Lucci. Hey, why won't the Grand Market open up? I can't hold back my desire to see my honey again much longer. Hey, why won't the Grand Market open up? I want to see my honey. Oh, how sorrowful once peaceful hearts have now turned wild. Worry not, though, for I shall find their lost fragments of love. Feel free to fall for me, for it is only natural. Oh, how sorrowful. There's been a robbery. That's terrible. But what's even more terrible is the Grand Market being unable to open. This might spell trouble. Old Man Flint. This isn't good. Hopefully this settles down soon, otherwise I won't be able to open up my store. This ain't good. Fine, everyone has just one line. Remember. Squado. The deals I had scheduled for this morning may have to be skipped now. I should check up on the price of rye once again to see if this has had any effect on it. Excuse me, what is the meaning of this? Why won't the market open? Market open. Someone needs to fix this. Quickly, my silk is waiting for me. I bet. I gather that the market will be unable to open today. My wallet can remain safe for now. I'm not entirely sure why this is happening, but I am grateful for it. Ow. I mean, priorities and stuff. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see? Afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? 2 merchants whose stalls were destroyed are still arguing about it. You bastard! You're not going to get away with this! Oh no, not them! The manager came to try and break them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. I hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Rean? Maybe we could try talking to them. Considering everything that happened yesterday, you just might be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. Let's go! How dare you destroy my stall, you damn coward! And you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admit it already. Who are you calling a coward, you Heimdallerian snob? You're the one who who wanted my spot all for yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy here. You make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here, right now? Bring it on. Hold it. Class 7. You kids again. Yo, keep your noses out of this. I'm gonna make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Wow, they are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed, and you will be worse off. But this anger is gonna have to go away unless I do something. But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something. He took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods. And you're gonna give them all back right now and fix the damage you did to my stall, or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. What do we do? Stop this at once. The provincial army! What? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see, market manager explained to the provincial army officer what happened the previous night. I see. The solution is simple then. Men, take them away. Yes, sir. What? What do you mean, take us away? 2 stalls were destroyed, 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. But that's not fair, Do you not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation? The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. But I'm not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute and you will be left alone. Continue and you come with us. The choice is yours. They are trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened, to sweep the whole ordeal under the rug. Yeah, something about this really is wrong. Very good then. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you'll think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll excuse us, I'm a busy man and I have more pressing matters to attend to. Especially those goods I got stolen from you now are under my possession. Alright, time to walk away. There they go. Well, I guess they did stop those 2 from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. I see now how the provincial army here conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the 2 of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better. Yeah. I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the grand market for business until we've cleaned up these busted stalls. And we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand? Market manager Otto, with assistance from the merchants of the market, cleared away the remains of the 2 stalls. And with the help of Rean and the others on top of that, the grand market was finally able to open for the day, albeit behind schedule. Thanks to you 4, we were able to open the grand market for business today without incident. I can't even begin to tell how grateful I am. Oh, there's no need for that. We barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they'd make no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right. It is clearer than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think they'd at least be a little more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those two merchants are just going to accept this and move on.
No, I don't suppose they will. And if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what.
Is something wrong, Rean? You're awfully quiet.
Are you feeling unwell?
Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchants' stalls ourselves?
It is a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. Your students, you have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them.
We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all.
Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this?
I kind of have to wonder about that, too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks. She already told us. Put your heads together and think, and I'm sure you'll see what you need to. Her words. This seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant. At least it does to me. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we are up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can.
Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us.
Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you.
Just be careful you don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Vandik in the eye anymore.
We'll be careful, we promise. I know I will at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from those two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've calmed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We still have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdallr, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we have been given our other tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done. In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 PM. Let's use every minute we can to accomplish everything we possibly can. Understood. You bet. Right. I mean, I'm not getting a timer, aren't I? I hope I don't get a timer. We'll start by going into that. We probably should focus on gathering more information first. Indeed, let's return. Brr. Mom got real mad at me, so yeah, sorry about yesterday. Promise me you won't pull any stuff like that anymore, okay? I'll forgive you if you do that. Yeah, promise. Here, take this too. It's really special to me, so you know I'm being serious. I've been through too much thanks to Jake and his pranks. These country kids are such bullies. Damn it, I bet it was her who told my mom. Heh, two can play that game. Meow. Meow. I was told that Jake and Susie aren't a good match for each other. But that's silly. Getting along with each other is so much better. I think they'll become friends one day. That's why I told Mommy about what Jake did to her yesterday. Told Mommy about what Jake did to Susie yesterday. That's supposed to be a secret though, so don't tell anyone else.
Discord has been on the rise here in Celtic for a while now. I've attempted to make appeals to Duke Alberea, but to no avail. It truly is saddening to see cases such as this morning's occur. Aidios in her compassion wishes for us all to be at peace with one another. As such, cases such as this morning's are truly saddening.
There's lots of news. I'm sorry about that one. I'm sorry. There's lots of new things these days that have made life easier for everyone, like orbital phones and trains. We old folk, however, are much more thankful for Father Zerbel and his willingness to always lend us an ear. That isn't something everyone is willing to do nowadays, after all. There's lots of new things these days, but he has an ear for us. Two, in fact. Father Zerbel seems to have been expecting the current increase in conflicts in town for some time. He won't discuss what's happening with me, though. He just tells me to focus on Sunday school. I didn't notice he was getting letters from Archbishop Amon quite often at one point. I did notice he was getting letters from Archbishop Amon at one point. Perhaps that has something to do with it? Father Zerbel seems to have been expecting. Brr, 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 brr. Okay. Okay. Let me take a sip of my water. All right. And then continue talking to people. I can't believe someone would actually trash a merchant's stall. Bring that culprit to me, and if you find them, I'll give them a beating they'll never forget. Can't believe someone would do that. The Rainford Group's one of the largest weapons manufacturers on the continent, so most people just buy from them. Which means our smithy is just a place for keeping weapons and farming tools in working order. It's depressing, but that's the world we live in right now. That's why I decided to work with Orbans instead. Too bad Dad won't accept that, though. Well, you can thank Eliza for that. She's got nothing to do with that. It's hard to believe just how bad things have been for the Grand Market these past few days. I'm worried about how this will affect the customer turnout. Hopefully they'll manage to capture the robbery culprit at least. Yeah, I'm sure I will. Except if it's Blue Blanc. Then I don't have a chance. Wait, really? The price of rice gone down? Indeed, the commotion this morning ended up affecting everyone's trades. Because of that, the price of rice dropped. This is bad, really bad. This affects our trade too. We did sign a contract, so I'm afraid I have to buy it off you at the current price. I can't believe this. This isn't how things were meant to turn out. Spending my time happily eating away instead of doing my research came back to bite me. Oh, come on, Stool. Market prices can be influenced by almost anything, so it's always important that you pay attention to what's going on. My hard work paid off in the end, basically. Whew, glad that the market managed to open up after all. Managed to sell my veggies at the same price as usual, too. Life ain't easy for the merchants, though, especially with all those tax increases. Gotta feel for the merchants when they're dealing with all this stuff. These tax increases have got me all worried too. I heard about you kids. Merchants are going on about how you helped make it so the Grand Market could open for business today. It's a bit worrying that the market manager himself couldn't control the situation, though. Maybe it's time to start thinking of this as Celdix's problem instead of just the merchants'. It's safe to say that Celdix will start losing visitors if things keep up like this. Maybe it's time to start thinking of this as everyone's problem instead of just the merchants'. Welcome! Oh, hello there. Sorry, but things are a bit hectic right now. Margaret is taking orders right now, so she's the one to talk to if you need anything. We've definitely got more customers than usual today. It's nice for us, but I don't really like the idea of the Grand Market being empty either.
The key to being a successful merchant is having the ability to predict what is to come.
That makes sense. What I want to know is how exactly one can do that.
I know. You sat and listened to my tales, so now it is the time for me to impart this great wisdom upon you. First, you must close your eyes, and you must pray.
Is this really going to work?
Don't rush things now. While praying, use your right hand to flip Louise's skirt like this.
Oh, please, you orc, stop tricking poor travelers into listening to your silly stories. I'll ask Margaret to kick you out if you keep it up, okay?
Oh, you're as sharp as ever.
I've been had. This guy doesn't know anything.
Oh, Louise, your retorts get sharper and sharper as the years go by. She was so innocent when she first started working here too. It's amazing how people can change over time if you grab their skirts in, a regular fashion like I do. What a scumbag I am.
I came all the way out here for nothing. I bet this was Idios' way of telling me to watch out for guys like him. It's a lesson I'll never forget. Didn't manage to sell that much this morning after all. Man, why does trouble have to happen and get in the way of me making Mira? A busy market is the best thing for business. Why does trouble have to happen and get in the way of me making Mira? I can't make much Mira if I'm not getting any customers. But kid, you're 5, you don't need to make that much money. That much. You've got an optional quest. It's up to Otto to collect the tax money imposed on us by Duke Alberea. Each and every single Mira he collects represents the hard work put in by the merchants here. It must pain his heart to have to collect all that due to unfair taxes. Both myself and Otto were once merchants, so we understand just what the others are going through at the moment. Otto himself must feel terrible about having to collect this tax money too.
The provincial army has no intention of doing anything until we accept the tax increases. We'll just have to handle the situation ourselves. I wish you all good luck with your investigation. Do remember to proceed with caution, however. There's no telling what kind of criminal we're dealing with here.
Excuse us, but would you mind giving us some details about the monster you want exterminated?
Not at all. The provincial army did say that they would handle it, but they don't exactly seem to be in a hurry to do so. That's why we had to request that all of you take care of it instead. My apologies for that.
It's perfectly fine. Please, don't worry about it. Just what sort of monster is it then?
From what I've heard, it seems to be a massive avian monster. It appeared last night, supposedly. Or still, it appeared right in the middle of the highway and is blocking any passage through it. As such, we really do need this to be taken care of quickly. As for its specific location, you'll find it by heading west once you've left town. It's apparently situated in itself on a rock bridge located on the way to Heimdallr.
Got it. We'll take care of it as fast as possible. We'll report back once we've done so too. Guys, you didn't have any kids. I don't need to go upstairs. I almost bumped into some soldiers from the provincial army as they were coming out of their guardhouse. Ooh, my heart almost stopped for a moment when I realized they were there. Just seeing them annoys me, though. They act so important, yet they sit around and do nothing. I almost bumped into some soldiers. Anita. Is there really a criminal going around causing trouble at the Grand Market? There isn't? Oh, I can't believe you, Mom. My mom told me to stay away from this Grand Market because it's dangerous. She really should make sure the things she's saying are true at first. Alright, before we keep going, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, toodles!